Elaine Thompson Herah confirms her sprint from MVP Track Club, just as we had said. Welcome back to the channel, people. Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, thank you for making it Peter Lloyd World. Yes, please remember to hit that subscribe button. It helps the channel to grow. People, we have a personal goal of hitting 10,000 subscriptions as soon as it's possible. We are almost there, and that's simply because of persons like yourself. Also, if you enjoy our content, ensure that you hit that like button. It pushes us out. The algorithms absolutely love it. And share the content if you really like what you are hearing and seeing. Finally, make sure you leave a comment, because people, I learn so much. Sometimes I laugh, sometimes I cry. I don't always agree, but I always learn a lot. So, when ready to deal with this? Yep, good to go. In an earlier series of videos right here on Peter Lloyd World, we stated publicly that Elaine Thompson Herah had sprinted from her relationship with MVP Track Club, Bruce James's MVP Track Club, and coach Stephen Francis, as well as her international shoe company, Nike. Now, people, some of you cuss me off, literally. Some of you left comments, stop spread rumor, this, that, stop tell lie, check your sources. And I kept saying repeatedly, she is leaving MVP Track Club. It's kind of obvious. It's kind of like, you know, it's like someone in a relationship and their partner keeps abusing them and treating them badly. Come on, it was obvious, people. Not to mention the fact of how she's been treated by Nike. I mean, people, these things that were kind of very obvious. You didn't even have to have an inside to know this. It was obvious that she was intending to leave. Of course, I'm personally concerned about the fact that she may be leaving Coach Francis, because, you know, chemistry is chemistry, and those two produce amazing things. Now, I think why many of you started to cuss us out and tell us that we were spreading rumors was because of these three clips that we are about to play.
In general, especially those who come from a low expectation level. In other words, not much was expected of them all the while. They are usually unable to separate themselves from the people who hop onto their various bandwagons. You know, people, they tend to have short memories, and there's
nothing to say in that regard. Again, we're having discussions with all our athletes in terms of how they view their 2021 season and how they plan for their 2022 season.
I'm the fastest one alive, so they're going to create some form of news to try to distract the world, you know. So it's rumors, of course, you know, rumors, because I've seen articles in the media that I've died before, more than once.
Now, for those of us who understand the process of negotiation, it was evident that what was happening here is that all three parties were trying to figure out a way to resolve the issues so that she would stay. Most teams, you know, and clearly Elaine Thompson's team, they're not foolish. They couldn't possibly be where we would hope they would be. Understood that it was in their best interest to keep the public distracted. It was evident to me that something was really wrong, because when asked, Stephen Francis was extremely elusive, and anyway, he was just very elusive. You listen carefully to what he said. Go back in the video and listen to what he said. It was very elusive. So was Bruce James. I mean, none of them actually said, yes, she's coming back. And even her interview, when she said what she said, it indicated that there was still hope. To me, that's what I saw. Some of you thought, of course, that she was disputing it. Meaning disputing the fact that we had said she's leaving Nike and MVP. Well, here is the proof that she has left. Today, October the 18th, National Heroes Day, in an article in Nationwide, it stated, Elaine Thompson Herah confirms split from MVP Track Club to train independently, posted by Nationwide. It goes on to say Elaine Thompson Herah has confirmed her split from MVP Track Club only a week after publicly describing a Nationwide's Sports exclusive that she's set to walk out on Bruce James led and Siva Francis coach aggregation as rumors, which should not be listened to. I expect all of you who cuss me off and accuse us of being of spreading rumors to apologize after you watch this. Just leave the apology. Peter Lloyd World, we apologize. I'm expecting it. Okay? Because if when me wrong, me apologize, I expect you all to apologize. As I stated, this is the way that people normally negotiate. Now, the letter makes no mention of Nike, but I am telling you, she's leaving Nike for Puma. Remember me tell you that. She's leaving Nike for Puma. Elaine Thompson Herah is now the hottest commodity in sprint, in sports, in track and field. And she's not being treated in that manner by Nike, and I think to a lesser extent, MVP Track Club. Now, I'm really sorry about this split. I really think that they produced something great, but clearly the athlete and her team are no longer happy. And maybe they just could not get to a point of resolution or resolving the issue. In this letter formally released by her team, Elaine Thompson Herah's team, they basically state that the season has started and she's now searching for a space, a club, and a coach to train with, confirming what many of you thought were rumors. Earlier this year in the 2021 season, Elaine Thompson Herah established herself as the second fastest woman of all time at the Prefontaine Classic in Eugene, Oregon, where she ran a phenomenal 10.54. It was a remarkable season, but Elaine Thompson's rise to stardom actually started, I think, some people may dispute it, but I think it really started at the national trials in Jamaica in 2016, where she, surprised many and went on to win convincingly. Now, at this point, herself and Shelly Ann Fraser-Pryce were both members of the MVP Track Club. Shelly has since left. In fact, since then, several other athletes, some not as prominent as Shelly Ann Fraser-Pryce and Elaine Thompson Herah, has left. Now, these people should tell us something. If you have a Shelly Ann Fraser-Pryce and an Elaine Thompson Herah leaving a club, something is way off. And like I said, other athletes have already been confirmed to have left, right? I think Ashmead is one such athlete. Ashmead has left MVP Track Club because he was just simply not satisfied. Now, I cannot pass any aspersions or say anything derogatory about MVP Track Club. They have an amazing track record, but something is off when a Shelly Ann Fraser-Pryce and the Elaine Thompson Herah leaves, or Herah, depending on how you want to pronounce her name, with all due respect. So if you have had the kind of season that Elaine Thompson has had, Elaine Thompson Herah has had, you have won Olympic gold in the 100 and 200 meters, meaning, and in so doing, you ran 21.53, the fastest 200 meter run. The only person fast has been Flojo to win the gold medal at the 2020 Tokyo Olympics earlier this year. You broke the Olympic record, which many thought was unbreakable, a 30-year-old record set by Flojo. Also in the 100 meters, you run 10.61 in the final, also to win gold. You win gold in the women's 4x100 meters. You go on to Eugene, Oregon, and run the fastest recorded time outside of Flojo's world record, right? You run 10.54. You have simply had, and you win the coveted Diamond League title in Zurich. I mean, you have had the best season an athlete could possibly have. Athletes don't typically leave their clubs or their coaches, and I still have to confirm, but I believe the letter simply implies that she's leaving her coach also. Athletes don't do that unless something is really wrong on the ground. Of course, Francis had said earlier, if you can go back to listen in this vlog, he had stated that he believed that she's being influenced by other persons, all right? But how do you then explain a Nike? You know, Nike spent a lot of money on a young lady who is talented but has yet to win a global title. And as far as we know, they were not treating Elaine Thompson Herah in that manner. So how do you explain that? I mean, who does that? You know, you have one of the hottest commodities, if not the hottest commodity in track and field. And I believe at this point she is. I think the only person close to her is her compatriot, Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce. So who does this? You know, how do you explain them treating her in this way? Now, as for what was going on between herself, the MVP track club, we can only speculate because I don't really know the ins and outs of that. But clearly, she's not happy. And it could be she's not happy because the track club is there to protect her from a treatment by Nike, etc. I'm only now speculating. But as I stated, my primary concern as a massive fan of track and field and as a true passionate lover of the sport, like many of you, is will this move impact her in a negative way? You know, that's my only concern. So whoever she finds to replace a Coach Steve Francis, I hope that they have the same kind of chemistry. But let me tell you something, people. If you're in a situation and you're not happy, you're just not happy. And if you're not happy, you're simply not going to perform at your best. So, you know, so it's a catch-22 kind of, you know, Jamaican people that say 6 someone and you know, it's sad. But like I said, we saw this coming quite some time ago. We predicted it. We stated it to be true. Many of you questioned us. Some of you even insult us. And it has proven to be absolutely 100% accurate. Now, if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. It really helps the channel to grow, and because of you people, we're doing extremely well. We are growing so quickly, and it's simply because of all of you. If you enjoy the content, hit that like button. I'm going to leave the links to the other videos regarding this particular topic of her leaving Nike and Francis and MVP. Go check it out. You're going to love it. Hit the like button, people. Please leave a comment. I learned so much. It's always fun. I don't always agree with you, and I'm willing to state that, but I am willing to listen and I'm willing to learn. You know, so thank you so very much for making it Peter Lloyd World, and let's hope for the best for our athlete, you know, for Elaine Thompson Herah and her family. Leave your comments. I really want to hear your thoughts on this. And remember, people, if you did this, I want you to please leave an apology for Peter Lloyd World. All right? It's all about love. It's all in love. And as always, people, bless up.